Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a new edition of today's Youth. In this edition, we will be talking about tourism in Egypt, which was negatively affected during the past 5 years since 2011. We're going to be discussing how can we promote the image of tourism in Egypt abroad, and we will be meeting with a tourism expert on this issue right after the break. Egyptian tourism suffered a lot during the past 5 years and was affected by a series of crises, and started with political unrest, terrorist attacks and political elections. The country instability situation had catastrophic consequences on the international tourism demand. During the past 5 years, the volume of clients from certain markets decreased to a great deal due to negative reputation created by the international media. Today, we will discuss with our guest tourism destination image restoration, including defining the image formation, impacts of negative image on tourists, image restoration and marketing strategy to repair the image. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're glad to be joined today by Mr. Raymond Naguib, tourism expert. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
Thank you very much.
I would first like you to tell me about your background, your education, and your line of work. Of course, I know you're a tourism expert, but I would like you to tell me more about this.
First, I would like to introduce myself to the audience. I'm Egyptian, and I'm proud that I'm Egyptian. I have more than 15 years of experience in sales and marketing. In the hospitality marketing. Graduated from the University of Helwan University. My last graduation was MBA in International Hospitality Marketing from Switzerland. I'm now responsible for one of the top and best 2 hotels in Egypt in matter of sales and marketing.
Right.
I used to be responsible for more than 11 hotels all over Egypt, an international hotel chain.
I would like you to tell me more on the areas you've worked in Egypt. Did you work in Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada, or did you work in Luxor and Aswan? Which areas you were working at, and what fields exactly?
Actually, my main field of experts is sales and marketing. During the last 15 years, I worked in most of the cities in Egypt. I covered Hurghada, Sharm el-Sheikh, Taba, Luxor, Cairo. My last position, I was responsible for 11 hotels in different areas in Egypt. So my experience is a little bit different than others.
Right. Tourism is a huge industry worldwide now and represents a major part of the economy of many countries. Tell us more about that, and how is tourism important to Egypt in specific?
First, I'd like to introduce how the tourism industry is doing all over the world. Since 1950, there was an increase for arrivals from 238 million, and now it reached more than 1,235 million travelers, and this worldwide. And the expenditure of these clients start from 20 billion, and now it reached more than 1,300 billion. So year over year, there's an increase in the demand and increase of the expenditure of the clients. On the other hand, Egypt showed a huge increase in demand till 2010. We reached 14 million clients with a revenue of $12 billion. For sure, during the last 4 or 5 years, we had been affected of the current situation and the instability political situation. And last year, we already reached 9.6 billion with a revenue of $7 billion.
Right. A lot of strong, shocking incidents have struck Egyptian tourism, of course. What are the methods, in your opinion, of restoration or crisis management methods in such a case?
Actually, when we start to discuss a crisis, we must identify our crisis. And in general, our crises are varied during the last years. But for sure, we know that the security issue is the main problem which the clients are facing nowadays. When we talk about the crisis situation which we are facing now, we must start to think about how we are going to manage it before we start to restore the crisis or restore the image of the destinations. What happened during the last crisis, that the government itself has a lot of challenges during the last period, especially that there is a lot of communities and press and media and transparency, and even the citizens themselves has a huge expectation from our government. For that reason, we will start to check, number one, in order to solve a problem, to identify our problem. And now our problem is security. And in order to face this security issue, we must start to think about how we are going to change the image of the clients, because the destination and the country has a very negative image during the last years. During last years, we were thinking that the tourism has an image and it's linked to the destination has an image and the country has another image. And what's happened till the 80s, that we used to separate the image of the destination from the Egypt destination. And this it was a successful story for Egypt. But during the last period, when the media started to promote the events or the negative events and linking the destination, the tourism destination with Egypt destination, this affects a lot our positioning. For that reason, we must have different rules for each parties. We have a governmental rule, we have a businessman rule, we do have the private sector rule, which is a businessman, and even the citizen rule. Each part must start to think differently than what had been done, because if we check what's happened during the last crisis in Paris and what happened in Egypt, you will find the gap of handling the crisis. First, for the government, we must have a crisis management team. And this team must have different experts from different fields.
Right.
During the last period, when I checked what the Ministry of Tourism have been done, yes, they do have such teams, but from one field. They don't have expert in insurance, they don't have expert in international relationship, they don't have experts in
Right. From
economy.
what you're saying, I understand you expect a bigger role from the government to be played in order to promote tourism in Egypt and abroad.
Sure.
Right.
Actually,
what's the expected role exactly?
Actually, the rule is internal and external. The external rule, we must start to defend what's happening, because we have an attack from the international media. And when there is an attack and there's a negative message, we must have a positive message in front. In other countries, when they have such huge attack, they do some activities like holding the media from sending such negative message. And this we call media blocking. Now we don't have this media blocking. We don't have the PR agencies. We don't have the PR activities that can react on any or act on any actions. So the first solution to face any crisis, to have such activity, PR activities, international PR activities. Internal, there is a lot of things that the country must start to do it. Prevention or risk management, because what we are facing now, that we react and this is very passive and it is very negative.
Right.
We must be proactive in our actions. In regards to tourism, there is a lot of things that countries or the government must start to do it. First, we must control the internal media and the international media. The internal media, unfortunately, we are now getting information from outside and spread it. And these rumors, these rumors give a very negative image about the country. So we must have one source.
How can we restore or change this image abroad, especially when we are hearing that a lot of rumors are being spread around the world about Egypt, negative rumors. So how can we change this image abroad?
Number one, we have one consolidated area or focus area where we spread our information. Because nowadays, all the media, they got information from different resources. This is number one. Number two, which is very important, that we must have in every destination a PR agency to relay a message for the clients. Number three, in regards of the country itself, we must start to do some PR and marketing activities. For example, the movies and the international media. One of the countries that are using the movies as a tool to promote the destination and give a positive destination. Okay, we don't use this. Documentaries, we don't use this. One of our competition, our competitive country, who are promoting Arab or...
Right. We'll get back to this very important point, but we have here a very good video. This is in Luxor, I think. Now we have around 1/3 of world monuments in Luxor, right? How can we promote, this is Hatshepsut Temple now, how can we promote tourism in Luxor where they have 1/3 of world monuments?
We must start to send the right message to the clients, because we are focusing in, our message is a general message. And this is a very bad way of marketing, because such marketing must be approached a specific segment. There is nationalities like the French, like Japanese, like British, who are interested in such a product. When we do a general message, which is, it's one message fits all, this cannot help. For the destination of Luxor, there is a lot of activities that we must start to promote it. Number one, we must have celebrities to visit this destination and do a lot of documentaries about this area. Number two, use the values which exist at the destination, resources like Lake of Nasser. We do have the adventure tourism in this destination, more than thousands of crocodiles, where clients can come and enjoy and play and even have shots with adventure tourism. Fishing, we do have a big area for fishing. Starting to promote new stories to the clients. Always we have one story. We say there's the pyramids, there's the temples. No, we must build a story for the destination. Before I told one of my colleagues, if we'd like to promote Luxor, we start to do a nice thing, like the oldest thing or love thing in the world, and then we get children and start to have a video about this song. And this song, when we spread it worldwide, this will have a very good public interest. I said also, if we go in worldwide and we have museums who can transfer from country to country with all our monuments, to create awareness about what we have in Egypt and build stories. And this will attract the clients that would like to come and see this destination. Also, the educational trips. Now we must approach the children and the young people and give them stories. One of the things which is very important, that we need to create a new thing, like children like cartoons. Why we don't have a specific cartonic or cartonic person or character who can promote these areas and give a nice information, and this will attract the kids. And the kids, if they are attracted, they are going to ask their father and mother to come.
Get their parents with them.
Yes.
Right.
Another issue is about the relatives and friends. Nowadays, with the situation, I'm asking all the Egyptians worldwide, please give a positive message about Egypt.
Right.
When you are in a discussion with society, please discuss how the beauty is our country. What's the positive? Don't share the negative information which exists, because sometimes we harm ourselves without notice. Yeah.
Right. Right. We now go for a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and once again I would like to welcome my guest Raymond Naguib, tourism expert. Sir, and back to our discussion. Usually the next month, which is December, used to be the highest season. We used to find a large number of tourists coming to Sharm el-Sheikh, Hurghada, Luxor and Aswan, especially during the Christmas and New Year. How can we get this back to Egypt? How can we restore this image back? And I think in 2010 we received around 14 million tourists.
Yes.
In 2014 we received 9.6 million tourists.
Yes, correct.
So how can we get this back?
I think this is very short term. We cannot restore an image in 3 or 1 month, but we can do some activities which we can help. To give a message for the clients that the destination is alive. These clients are going to this destination. My advice for such a destination like Sharm el-Sheikh, especially, it's heavily affected after the crisis, that the government start to do some PR and marketing activities. And these PR activities, for example, if we invite the national team of Spain, the national team, sports team, and they start to do a competition during this period. So we attract the worldwide and the media to go to Sharm el-Sheikh and see how beauty is a destination and promote it through such sports activities. Another thing which is I'd like to highlight it, we know that the Egyptians used to support tourism since long time, and I'm asking the government to give the New Year and Christmas period as a vacation and invite people, the Egyptian, to go to Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada. Show the worldwide that the people are secure and safe. The president, if inviting all the presidents of the world, and they start to have
I think we have an interesting video here on the area of Sharm el-Sheikh also, which is one of the very attractive touristic destinations. How can we get back tourism to Sharm el-Sheikh?
Actually, the diving and the snorkeling and such adventure activities is one of this area is one of the best destination with what it would have of resources. And the people who are going for such a destination, they like adventure. And if we invite divers and the people who like waters, who likes to have such activity and do a competition, do a special event like what have been done in Hurghada, the best divers diving, genus diving, which have been done before. Maybe we can invite the GCC or the Gulf to come to the destination. Especially, we do have opportunity to have a lot of flights from this area by doing special events, get international singers or Arab singers to come and do a special celebration and event during this period. I believe there is many things can be done, especially in matter of events and celebrations, because this help a lot the country and help the destination to picking up again.
Right. I would also like to know what you expect from the role of businessmen in promoting tourism.
Number 1, support. And number 2, support, and number 3, support.
Financial support, you mean?
Not always we need money from them, but yes, sometimes. Always businessmen, they are looking to the country that when there is a crisis, we need the country to support us. But why you don't think vice versa? Why you don't support the country? Why you don't offer trainings for your staff? Why you don't increase your offering trainings for the staff and increase your quality? Why you don't start to promote your destination? The Businessmen Association, they do have more than 2,000 of investors. Why they don't have special activities like a destination management organization or doing destination marketing activities to promote the destination? Because end of the day, they are the ones who are suffering more than anybody.
We can see here also on the video played the safari, that very interesting safari picnics that goes in Sharm el-Sheikh and in Hurghada. I think more in Sharm el-Sheikh.
Yeah, in Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada there is a lot of attraction. Part of it is the safari. And we must highlight on the attractions at the destination. This is what we miss. Always Dubai and other destinations start to show the clients what type of attractions they have. We always promote Hurghada, it's only sea, it's only sand. No, the client would like to have an experience. And when you give experience, give more attractions. Dolphins activities, water activities, Bedouin activities. There is a lot of things we can do. Right. We do have deserts, the white deserts in Siwa and Farafra, and this area is a very nice area. We don't promote it. We do have the North Coast, we didn't promote it yet. We must offer for the clients new products in order to attract the niche clients, because we are focusing on Sharm el-Sheikh and Hurghada only. Yes, we need to approach the mass production, but at the same time, we need to get new niche markets.
Right. How about the role of the people? What's the cultural role that do you need? That there is the cultural role that needs development as a tourism expert. And from your experience, do you think we need to create awareness to the people how they can deal with the tourists?
Yes.
But I think Egyptians are very warm in receiving tourists already.
Yes, they are warm, but maybe.
But what are the areas that needs development?
Communication. We miss the talent, or the communication talent, we miss it, and communication skills, we miss it. Clients, when they are coming to Egypt, they expect a lot from the Egyptian because of their warm hospitality. But at the other time, on the same time, we need to teach or train the staff how to communicate with the clients. This number one. For the normal citizen, we must teach them, and the children, we must teach them what's the importance of tourism, how they communicate with the client or the tourists who are at the street. Actually, the habits, some habits which we do have, we must teach the people that there is a multi-culture habits that we must respect, especially that the foreigners coming with their own culture, and this culture, we are not familiar with this culture. We must teach our people that we must respect the other's culture.
Right, and we can see here one of the tourists, she's gonna have a camel ride, I think. Anyway, what message would you like to give to the media, the role of the media that should be played in promoting tourism?
You know, the most effective way of communication and marketing is the media. During the last years, the local media is doing a very bad thing for our image. We start to promote the negative of the society, and this negative points is damaging our image. For example, if you check India, Bollywood, when you see Bollywood with a very nice movies, with a very nice production, you will find that it gives the best of the country. Unfortunately, we are offering the worst in the country, and this affecting our image. So number one, the media must be positive. Right. What we are doing now, we are destroying our country. We are destroying the tourism. With what we say it's art, it's not art. Maybe this can be an internal thing, but we cannot promote it because it affects our image. Egypt is far better than what the media is offering. This number one. Number two, the Egyptian or the local media with the private sector in media, they start to attack the Egyptians' tourism and by sharing bad information or crisis, and this is not a good story. If there is an incident happened or any bad thing happened, what we start to show is the bad thing. But if you check what happened in France, you didn't see a single killed person or a victim or something, because they don't want to destroy their image. So the media must be positive. So
you think the media shouldn't magnify negative aspects?
Yes.
And they should focus more on positive aspects?
Yes, because this is how we build our image. And this is a perception of the clients. Because one video can destroy the image of a country. And unfortunately, everybody, and even the media, is sharing this very negative videos.
Right, in very short and in very brief, just I would like you to give a very short message to the media people and to the Egyptian people. How can we promote tourism in Egypt?
Media, please be positive. Please show to the world the beauty of our country. Please support your country. Yes, sometimes you need to show the reality. I'm not against that, but try to be positive on how to show it.
Right.
And for the people, please try to give the best of what you have for your clients. The current clients or the limited number of clients that we have now, we must give them the best quality, the best service, because this is the best the word of mouth which we'll gain after the clients return back will get us more business.
Right, Mr. Raymond Naguib, tourism expert, many thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
And dear ladies and gentlemen, with this we wrap up this edition of Today's Youth. Don't forget to join us next week, same time. Till then, it's goodbye.
We'll be right back.